Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so. Today, we'll be doing our grade 8 English lesson on multiple meaning words. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 8. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of multiple meaning words. So our chapter is multiple meaning words. We're doing the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 8. And then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of multiple meaning words, it's which sentence matches the definition, and which definition matches the sentence. All right. So when it comes to multiple meaning words, right? Even the word alone or the title alone, multiple meaning words. So it is basically words that has more than one meaning. So it's words that have more than one meaning. So that is multiple meaning words. It is words that has more than one meaning. And when it comes to multiple meaning words, which is basically words that have more than one meaning, Then words that are spelt the same way and words that are pronounced the same way, but they have different meanings, we call that homonyms. So homonyms are words that spelled the same way and that are pronounced the same way, but the meaning of the words are different. We call that homonyms. And if we look at an example, right, of words that are spelled the same way, that are also pronounced the same way, but the meaning of these words are different. So if we have an example, right? It says Jessica struck the match. So here's the word match and held it against the tinder to start the campfire. Then the next one says, what color furniture would match the maroon carpeting? So if we look at these two words, match, these are words that are spelled the same way, which is match, and they are pronounced the same way, which is match, match, and match. So these are words they spelled the same way, they are pronounced the same way, but the meaning of these two words are different. And the first word match, it's to do with starting a fire. It's a match where you need to light the fire, right, with a match. And then the second meaning of the word, it's like where you are matching your colors. This goes with that. Yellow goes with orange, for example. Black goes with white. It's like you are matching, right? And these are homonyms. It is words that are spelled the same way, as well as words that are pronounced the same way, but the meanings of these words are different. And we call these homonyms. Now, if homonyms are words that are spelled the same way and the pronunciation are the same, but the meanings are different, then we also have another word, which is homographs. And homographs, right, are words that are spelled the same way. The spelling is the same, but they have different pronunciations as well as different meanings, and we call that homographs. And we see that words, firstly, homonyms are words that are spelled the same way. These are homonyms, spelled the same way. The pronunciation is the same, but the meanings are different. But now we have homographs, and homographs are words that are spelled the same way, but the pronunciation and the meanings are different. So only the spelling is the same, but the pronunciation is different. And if we look at it, a few examples, right? It says the double bass. So bass, which is BASS, is the largest string instrument in the orchestra. So the double bass. So the word bass, BASS. So we said homographs are words that are spelled the same way, like for example, bass. And this word bass, it rhymes with case, right? And it's a string instrument. And then we have another word. I think the word is bass because it rhymes with grass. The way we say certain words, let's say where I'm from in South Africa, is totally different. So we would say this is grass. So now I don't know if that was boss or grass or grass and bass. But here we have also another word. I'll just assume the word is bass. And this is a variety of spiny fin fish, water, and salt water fish. And if you look at both of these words are spelt the same way. The pronunciation of the words are different. All right. And these are words. We have homographs and we have homonyms. Homonyms are words that are spelled the same way. It is pronounced the same way, but the meanings are different. That's homonyms. And homographs are words where the spelling is the same, but the pronunciation of the words as well as the meanings of the words are different. So now during this time of our lesson, we are going to say which sentence matches the definition, the proper definition, and which definition matches the sentences. All right, so now we're going to a plus students.ca. All right, and remember we said multiple meaning words are words that have different meanings. We have homonyms and we have homographs, right? Where the words are maybe the same. Like with homonyms, though, the spelling of the word is the same, the pronunciation of the words is the same, but the meaning is different. And then we have homographs. And homographs, it's where the spelling is the same way, but the pronunciation and the meanings of the words are different. All right, so now we're going into our first lesson. Which sentence matches the definition? All right. So we're not going to go over what a homonym is and what a homograph is, but we see that with multiple meaning words, it is words with different meanings. And that is why we call it multiple meanings. All right. So now we're going to say which sentence matches the definition. All right. So we need to say which piece of text uses the meaning of hamper. Hamper. It is a noun, a large basket with a lid. They're not giving us the proper. Okay, let us go to our test. So we need to say which piece of text uses the meaning of season. So which piece of text uses the meaning of season? And season is a verb which adds salt and pepper and spices to the food. You need to season it. So is it option one, during the rainy season, which starts in November and lasts through January? many parts of the Oregon coast receive more than 10 inches of rain each month. Or option two, it is able to properly season meat. Being able to properly season meat is what separates the amateurs from the professionals. So if we were to choose the correct meaning, we will go with option two, which is adding your salts and your peppers and your spices to the food. Yes, well done. All right, the next one says, which piece of text uses the meaning of rare? Rare. And rare is an adjective which is something that is uncommon. Rare is uncommon. Do we say option one, Jackson prefers to eat well done beef and lamb, but Yin prefers hers rare. So something that uses the meaning of rare, for example. All right, and something that is rare or uncommon. It's like saying Jackson prefers to eat well done beef and lamb, but he prefers his rare. Or option two, in the antique shop, Mr. Norman found a rare and cover edition of Mark Twain's Life on the Mississippi, published by James R. Osgood and Company. So uncommon, it says that in the antique shop, Mr. Norman found a rare hardcover edition. So I think it is this something that is being uncommon. Yes, so it's the second option. All right, so now we need to say which piece of text uses the meaning of interest. Interest. And interest is either to seek attention or concern. interest. And if we were to find the meaning or the definition of the word interest, then we can say is it option one, how many interests will you have to pay on the loan you took for the car? So interest, which is attention or concern. So we can see either option one, how much interest will you have to pay on the loan you took out for the new car? Or option two, so it's either to get a new car or Philip doesn't show much interest in astronomy, but Lisa spends hours studying celestial objects through a telescope in the backyard. Something of concern. All right. And the second option is correct. It says, which piece of text uses the meaning of hamper? All right. And now we need to say what is the meaning of hamper? Hamper. A large basket with a lid. So we need to say hamper. It's a large basket with lids. So it's option one. The planned lane and ramp closure will likely hamper the following traffic into the city. All right, and the next one says, oh, did we even finish this one? Something with a large lid. Is it option one? The planned lane ramp closure will hamper traffic. It's not that. I'm sure it is the next one. No, I haven't seen my skinny jeans. Said to his daughter, have you looked in the laundry hamper? So we need to choose the correct option. Let's go with the second one. All right, and that one is correct. All right, and it says we need to say which piece of text uses the meaning of colon. Colon. All right, and the last one. Yeah, we said which piece of text uses the meaning of colon, and colon is a punctuation mark that introduces or lists an explanation. So colon, a punctuation mark that introduces a list of things or an explanation of things. It says healthy bacteria in the colon help to digest food, absorb nutrients, synthesize vitamin K, and prevent growth from bad bacteria that may ingest with food. Or option two, where we say Mrs. Buchanan skimmed the draft of her student's paper and pointed to a line. You need a colon here, she instructed. All right, and if we were to choose the correct option, that is a punctuation mark. So now we're going to say which definition matches the word. So definitions that needs to match the words. And we said we have homonyms, and homonyms are words that are spelled the same way. It is also pronounced the same way, but the meanings of the words are different. So here it says we need to say which definition now matches with a sentence or word. When Egyptian kings built the house of millions of years in the 14th century BC, it was the most elaborate temple in the complex on earth. All right. So let us go to our test because we cannot look for our answers over there. It's very all over the place. We need to say, what does issue mean? Issue. It says the city of Westminster plans to issue a bond of more than $6 million for a variety of infrastructure improvements. So, issue. Is it a noun, which is a matter of importance or discussion, or issue, which is a verb to supply, distribute in an official way? All right, and if we were to choose the correct option, we need to choose the meaning of the word issue. It is either a noun, a matter of importance or discussion, or it is a verb to supply or distribute in an official way. All right, I think it is this one. The next one says Japan's compact capsule hotel. So Japan's compact capsule hotels consist of many rooms that are each about 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 1 feet high. We need to basically match the definition with that. Is it compact, which is a noun, a formal agreement between two or more parties, or packed closely together? All right. So we now need to say, what does compact mean? We can say this. So option two, which is to be packed closely together. And that is basically how it is with hotels. We need to say what interest mean. Interest. It says, though I'm not usually a fan of modern art, is it now Piet or Piet Mondrian's geometric painting have always captured my interest. So, interest, we need to say what is the meaning of interest. Is it a charge of borrowing money, like whether you need to, like they charge you more, or is it attention or concern? Interest. And if we were to choose the meaning of the word interest, then we can say it is attention or it is concern. All right, let's do the last one. We need to say what does program mean here? Well done. Second option is correct. Well done. The next one. What does the program mean here? The program. Program noun. The meaning of the program, is it a plan of scheduled performance or activities, or to encode operating instructions for a computer? So, the Millersburg Ballet Company intensive summer program includes a variety of classes for students to develop their techniques. Is that a plan, schedule performance or activities, or to encode operating instructions for computers? All right. Oh, gosh. All right, so option one is correct. It is different activities that is made up for the kids. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on multiple meaning words. We said when it comes to multiple meaning words, it is words with different meanings. We have homonyms, and homonyms are words that are spelled the same way as well as pronounced the same way, but the meanings are different. And then we also have homographs, and those are words that are spelled the same way, but the pronunciation as well as the meanings are different. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade 8, for joining the class, and I really hope that you are going to have a good evening further. So, till next time, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.